time to say good morning and welcome to Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch for our City Hall update this week. Hi, Mayor.
Good morning, Joe.
Welcome to November.
Indeed.
Hard to believe.
All Saints Day.
That's right. Yes. How was Halloween at your night?
Actually, we had a fair number of kids at the door. It's funny. One of the kids toward the latter part of the night came up and said, "Mr. Mayor, last year you gave out the big candy bars." And I said, "Well, I can assure you, we have them again. So whatever you want, pal." That was, I don't know, we probably had 80 or 90 kids. It was good.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm coming to your house next year.
Feel free.
I think that's a record. I didn't think kids did it that much anymore. That's nice to hear.
We do the big bars.
Well, of course, in addition to being Halloween, yesterday was the 287th birthday anniversary of President John Adams.
Yes, we did the wreath laying at the church yesterday. It was a nice program. We had three kids. They all did a great job. Each of the high schools, North, Quincy, and Woodward School. And each of them did an excellent job. They really did. Makes you feel good about the future when you hear our young people, particularly on a subject matter like that, which can be difficult and dry for kids. But they really did a wonderful job. A nice turnout, too. It was a great thing.
Participation in democracy, as I understand, was the theme. So I'm curious to hear.
Yes, indeed. I'm sure John Adams would have a lot to say today.
Well, speaking of participating in democracy, a week from today is Election Day.
Thank God. Let's get it done. Sick of the ads on TV.
Indeed, yes. I know we've talked previously about your candidates you're supporting. Any changes in that?
No. It's interesting. Going to be watching the national stuff because a lot of talk and a lot of the polls out nationally what's going to happen, whether the Republicans are going to regain the House and how goes the Senate. So it's going to be an interesting night in that regard. I mean, it's fairly boring in Massachusetts. I mean, we're a Democratic state. We don't usually change too often. I mean, we're obviously losing a Republican governor who we've had for a couple of terms, Charlie Baker. But after that, I don't see much Republican activity at this point in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I know your administration had a very strong relationship with the Baker administration. Do you anticipate something similar with the incoming administration, whoever that might be?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I'm grateful for Charlie Baker and Karen Polito and the work we did together. They really were great partners, and they understood the importance of assisting local government. They understood that as far as the services that people relate to, most of it happens at the local level. It's where the rubber hits the road. And they got it, and that was very, very helpful. We built a good relationship with them, and they were extremely helpful in so many ways, whether it was mass work, grants, special projects. They really helped get things rolling. And I also appreciate their style. I mean, whether it was the opioid issue, the MBTA, there was no pretense. He rolled the sleeves up, put people together, and just tried to solve some of the challenges we face. And some of them will continue for years to come. I don't see them going away. But I think his style and their model of how to lead, I think, is something that I hope the next governor does follow.
I know you've spoken before about your strong relationship with Kim Driscoll, being mayor of Salem for so many years. Yes,
she's great. She went in, I think, a little ahead of me when I started. She's always helpful and offered guidance. I just admire the way she handled things and ran Salem. She, generally speaking, mayor's in a position to get things done. It's the role, and they have the power to do that under the governance, the various types of governance we have for local government. But as far as mayor forms of government, usually you can get things done. And she's done, I think, a remarkable job for the city of Salem. And she gets it. And I think that her role with the former Attorney General, as soon as she gets elected as governor, will be important. Just what I said about the local connection and local government, the importance of that partnership. Though Maura Healey has tremendous experience at state level, I think Kim Driscoll will fill in that gap she has as far as her knowledge of local government. So I think it'd be a great thing.
Speaking of getting things done, here in Quincy, I know you're getting roads done.
Lots of roads done, yes. Actually, I've got a lot of comments from people how happy people are. Not only that the roads are done, it's the quality in which they're doing them, the concrete sidewalks, the granite curbs, and of course we have some terrific contractors. I mean, Mario Susi and Fred DeRoma, they're both family-run companies. I get compliments all the time from people on how the men treated them. They accommodated people as they had to try to get in and out of their driveways and their streets as they got the job done. That doesn't happen too often, Joe. I don't get, thank yous for much, and I get it. That's not what I'm looking for, but usually it's complaints and issues. So for people to go out of their way and to acknowledge the work of a contractor is pretty cool. So it tells you that we've got some excellent contractors and the work they're doing is quality. So, yeah, the next couple of weeks they'll be battening down the hatches, if you will, finishing up the road jobs before the weather really changes. Obviously, this week looks great, but it's not far around the corner that we're going to see some cold weather and that white stuff, perhaps.
Yes, it's already snowed in Chicago, so it's just a matter of time, of course.
Absolutely.
Can we talk a little bit, Mayor, about the current negotiation with the Quincy Education Association with regards to the new contract?
Well, Joe, as you know, I can't say much about any detail. I think we've had the city and the QEA have had about 10 sessions, and we're committed to getting this done. I hope we can get it done. We have a number of contracts around the city that have been signed, including on the school side. The paraprofessionals, the custodians, and others have already signed on the school side. The city side, we have the police superior offices, the fire department. We're very close with 1139, the laborers, and the clerical union. So it's coming together, and I certainly hope that it'll happen with the teachers as well. But it's a little more complicated with the teachers because it's a much larger union. There's more people involved on both sides at the negotiating table, so it takes a little longer to get it done. But I'm hopeful.
The month of November, Mayor, is actually jam-packed with events. I was just listing them, and the first one is this coming Saturday with the dedication of the new Abigail Adams statue.
Yes, and the weather looks like it's going to really be terrific for Saturday.
Yeah.
We're very happy about that and excited about, obviously, unveiling the new statue. Physically, it'll be start to go in, I believe, tomorrow. All the work around it, the base is in, the landscaping, the other granite elements are all in place. So everything's going according to plan. But yes, we have a great day planned Saturday. I know we're going to have some opening remarks from our Congressman Lynch. And we have two incredible keynote speakers. I mentioned them before, but they're dynamic. They're very well versed on the Adams story. Catherine Algor, who is the president of Mass Historic, and they oversee the Adams papers. All those letters between John and Abigail are at Mass Historic. And then, of course, we have Danielle Allen, who is a professor at Harvard. Both of them are authors, by the way, of books. And Danielle is an Adams expert. I'm looking forward to her remarks as well as Catherine. So I think it's going to be a terrific day, and I think we'll have a large turnout. People admire Abigail, and I know there's some folks that have been waiting for some time for this to happen. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, 11 o'clock Saturday morning, right in the Hancock Adams Common. And like you say, the weather looks superb. About how long do you think the program will go, Mayor?
It depends how long those keynote speakers talk.
Okay.
I think an hour max, probably, Joe. Yeah. Then we'll have refreshments after.
Will the sculptor be there by chance?
He will be.
Oh, he will be. Okay.
Yes, Sergey. He'll be part of the program as far as the unveiling. So looking forward to that as well. He is one gifted, talented person. I'll tell you, it's remarkable how he captures these individuals.
And then following that, of course, we have the Boy Scout breakfast, we have Veterans Day parade, and we have the Christmas parade this month too.
Indeed, and we also have one other event squeezed in there on the 12th. We'll be dedicating the other Leo Martin building that has been finished up on Temple Street.
Oh,
that's all veterans housing, and we're going to be dedicating that building. It's going to be called the Thomas Kiley Building. Tom Kiley is a very, very astute, brilliant local attorney who's practiced out of Boston for a long time. He was a free-sport captain, North Quincy High, went on to Harvard, then went to serve in the United States Army in the Vietnam War. He was actually left for dead, but obviously survived. He's had some pretty tough wounds he's dealt with for his whole life. He was Frank Bellatti's first assistant, Attorney General, and he appeared before the United States Supreme Court on veterans issues. So he's a remarkable individual, and we're excited that we're going to be naming that Veterans Building in his honor.
Oh, very good. Saturday, November 12th, and right after Veterans Day.
Correct.
And that's the building there at the corner of Washington and Temple that's been kind of completely redone.
Yes, they added 2 more stories, so there's a lot more apartments now for veterans.
Yeah.
And there's a company called Vasha, which is a veterans organization that actually runs it. They're the ones that do the placements. They're the ones that oversee. They have a social worker that works with these individuals as well.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them have some real challenges, and so we need to remember our veterans and the great sacrifice they have made. And this is a very visible experience or visible project that we're doing that. And again, Tom's background in the service and his work on behalf of veterans seems to be a good fit.
Very good. I always appreciate the opportunity to catch up with you, Mayor. Have a great
Same
day.
here, Joe. Enjoy the day.
Thank you. You too.